Welcome to my channel. In this video, let us discuss about directory related commands and file related commands. So directories are nothing but they basically store the file name and its related information. So how do we create these directories in Unix? How do we change the directory, or how do we remove the directory? So these are the different commands which are associated with your directory related commands. So let me first discuss with PWD. PWD stands for which is your current working directory. So PWD is a command which will give you the current working directory. So now my current working directory is home user. Now, do I have a provision where I can create a directory along with this particular path? Yes, I do have a provision where I can go with mkdir, make directory. So I'm going to specify make directory and I'm going to create a directory called as pgm. Now we have a directory called as pgm. To view whether our directory is created or not, we have a command called as ls. ls stands for list. Yes, since we have created a pgm, we can notice that a directory called as pgm is created. So we have two different directories. One is the Unix, this website CoCalc created the directory. The other one is the directory which I have created. And now you can create a multiple directories like this, mkdir followed by I want to create a directories which is related to Python and which is related to Java. So now it creates two different directories called as Python and Java. We will see that whether it is created or not. ls list. So now we have three different directories. One is pgm, the second one is Java, the third one is Python. Okay, actually the current working directory for me is home and user. Okay, so now I would like to change this directory. I should now work on my created directory either on pgm, Java or Python. So to change the directory, I'm going to make use of a command called as cd. Cd stands for change directory, and followed by specify the directory name. So now you can notice that the directory is being changed. That means you're now working on a directory called as a Python. Okay, so remember, if it doesn't consist of a directory called as a Python, then it leads to an error. So I'll say for example cd, and I'm going to make use of dbms. Since we have no directory created called as a dbms, then it is just going to display error message indicating that no such file or directory. Okay, so once this directories are being created and once you have removed the directory, now created the directory, how do we remove this directory? So we will see that. First and the foremost thing is I should come back to my home directory, that is home and user. Now you can just make use of a command called as rmdir, remove directory. I would like to remove a directory called as pgm. Press enter key. Now this particular pgm has been removed. We will see whether that particular pgm directory has been removed or not by making use of your ls. ls used to list out the files and the directories. So now we have only two different directories. One is the Java, the other one is Python. Okay, now as a part of it, I would like to create one more directory within Python, mkdir followed by Python. So here I will take Python. I will take py1 and press enter key. So now within the directory called as Python, we have created one more directory called as py1. So I'll just list out that. So now you cannot see py1 because, so to view that you have to first change the directory to Python. Now here you are supposed to list out. So now you can see here, first what we have done, if I just after creating a py, directory called as a py within the directory Python. So when I listed, I had only two different directories. One is the Java and the Python. This was not shown because this subdirectory py1 will act as a subdirectory which has been created in the directory called as Python. So to view that particular directory, what we have to do is first we have to switch over to the Python directory. Now once I switch over to the Python directory and now you list out the subdirectories which are available, then you can make use of your ls. Now within the Python directory, we have a subdirectory called as a py1. Okay. Now I am going to remove this. To remove this, I have rmdir, remove directory py1. Yes, my directory has been removed. I'll just list out, see here, list out. So we do not have, since py1 is being removed, it has not list when I requested the ls. So it has not displayed any of the subdirectories because this particular py1 is now removed. So now I'm going to remove this, both Java and Python as well. Now to remove it, what we do is mk, sorry, not mk, it is rmdir followed by Java and Python. Press enter key. So once you press enter key, you can notice that it will be removed. To view that whether it is removed or not, just go with ls. So now yes, we had Java and Python were the directories which were created using mkdir. Now both the directories are being removed using rmdir. Okay, so this is how you make use of your mkdir, rmdir and cd to perform the operations on the directories. So now we will see the various commands which are associated with your files. So the first and the foremost command is how do we create a file. So to create a file, we have a command called as cat. So we generally call it as a catenate function. Now I'm going to create a file called as car. Let me create it as a car. So now it will ask you to enter the different cars that are available. So what I do is I'm going to use Swift, then BMW, then I'm going to add one more car, that is Duster. So now I have created a file called as a car, and the contents of the file called as car is Swift, BMW and Duster. And now to save the contents and close the file, we have to press Ctrl+D. Once I press Ctrl+D, the contents will be saved in the file called as a car. So now I have created a file. Now to view the contents of the file, we have to specify a command called as cat and followed by the name of the file. The name of the file is car. Now you can see all the contents which are being present in the file. Now how do I add or append the contents into the file? So to add or to append the contents of the file, we have cat followed by two greater than symbols and make use of car. Now you can specify the car. So I'm just going to specify this as Alto, and I'm also going to include Quid. These are the two different cars which I'm going to include in the file called as a car. So this is adding a new content into the file. Now earlier the contents of the file is Swift, BMW and Duster. So along with this, I'm going to have two more contents added to the existing file called as a car. One is the Alto, the other one is the Quid. So just list, not the list, make use of cat and followed by car. So now we had only three cars initially in the file called as car. Now we have appended the contents, appended in the sense add the contents at the end of the file. Okay. So to view, we know that to display the contents, we know that we are supposed to use cat and followed by the file name. Okay. Then the next command which we are supposed to see is I'm going to create one more what we call it as a file, and I will specify this as cycle. So I have created one more file called as a cycle. So sorry, CATCYCLE. Now we are supposed to add the contents into the file. So let me add the contents into the file as hero. These are the companies. Then Decathlon. Then we have Firefox is another company name. Then Polygon is the different company names which are associated with the cycle. I'll just press enter and then Control D to save the contents and come out of the file. So now we have two different files. One is the car, the other one is the cycle, which holds its own information. I would like to concatenate these two informations. So to concatenate or to merge these two different files, what I do is I'm going to create a file called as vehicle and join these two contents. One is the car, the other one is cycle. Now this particular command will create one more file called as a vehicle and merges the contents of your car and cycle into one particular file called as a vehicle. Okay, so here we have an issue with creating. So let me first create it and then we'll go ahead with it. So what is the thing that we had? Cat. So here is the proper syntax for it. One is the car and the cycle. This has to be concatenated by creating a new file called as vehicle. Okay. Yes, now we have created a file called as a vehicle where the contents of your car and cycle is being copied into vehicle. Then we will just display this. So to display this, we use cat followed by vehicle. So now you can see the contents of both car and the cycle are being consolidated together and it's been concatenated together and been stored in one single file called as a vehicle. So this is how you perform a concatenation operation on the file. Now the next part is what I have to do is I have to copy the content from one file to another file. So now what I do is I'm going to create one more file called as vehicle 1. I will create one more file called as vehicle 1. So as a part of it, now I'll press Ctrl D. Now it is empty. Now what I do is I have to copy the contents of the file called as a car into vehicle 1. So what I do is I'm going to make use of cp is a command which we use. So cp followed by car vehicle 1. So now we will see what is the content. cat vehicle 1. Okay. Now actually the contents of vehicle 1 was empty while we had created it. But now what I have done, I had copied the contents from the car to a new file, newly created file called as a vehicle 1. Now whatever the contents that was there in the file called as car is now totally copied into vehicle. So this is how you perform a copy operation. So now I would like to rename this. I want to rename the file here. So to rename the file, I'm going to make use of MV. MV is the file. Before that, let me list out the different files which I do have here. So you can see we have 4 different files. One is the vehicle 1, car and cycle. So these are the different files which we have created. Now I'm going to rename one of my car, one of my file name here. So to rename, I have a command called as mv. Mv is the command which I'm going to use. Now mv is followed by, so I'll take car 200 to car. So since we do not have car 200, so we cannot change your car 200 to car. So rather than that, what we do is MV, we have a file called as car, then that is being changed to car 225. Now what happens is, now this file called as car does not remain as car itself. Now it is being totally renamed as car 225. We will just list out the files here. So now you can see we do not have a file called as a car because the file called as a car is now totally renamed as car 225. So this is how you can change the name of your file using a command called as mv. Now once we have this, how do we delete these or remove these files? So we have a command called as rm, where your rm is used for removing or deleting the files. So let me first clear the screen here. Now I'm going to make use of rm as a command. Before I make use of rm as a command, let me list out this. So now we have different files called as vehicle, vehicle1, car 225 and cycle. So to remove the files, I'm going to make use of rm. So now I'll remove cycle, cycle. So now the file called as cycle is removed. Let us list out. Yes, now you can see that this particular the file called as a cycle is totally removed, and you will not be able to access the contents of the file called as cycle because this file cycle is being totally removed now. Now I can also remove the multiple files simultaneously. Just you have to specify the file name, vehicle and vehicle1. Now both the files are removed. So I'll just list out. Now here we go. We have removed the files called as vehicle and vehicle1. So now we have only car 225. Only that particular file is being existed. Now the rest of the files are removed. So in this video we had discussed some of the commands which are associated with the Unix, especially with respect to directory related commands and file related commands. We have some more commands which are associated with your Unix that we shall discuss in the later stages. Thank you.